Hello everyone. Very nice to be here today to represent Ukraine and its operational part of the government. We are the entity which actually practically communicates with investors and enables the implementation of investment priorities of Ukraine and also the most efficient and smooth investor experience. Today, I would like to shortly provide the overview of the investment landscape in Ukraine, existing instruments, and how Ukraine Invest can be of service in a daily routine of investor journey and in every stage of investor journey. Let me begin by outlining why Ukraine is emerging as one of the most attractive investment destinations in the world, because that's something that we always start any comments with. Investing in Ukraine means contributing to the largest reconstruction project in modern European history. Our total recovery needs exceed 500 billion, creating unprecedented opportunities across all sectors of economy. Beyond the scale, Ukraine offers first mover advantages. We have some of the world's richest agricultural soil, abundant critical minerals, and a dynamic labor force that continues to demonstrate resilience and innovation. And importantly, Ukraine is a country with a clear path towards joining the European Union. EU integration is already opening new opportunities through regulatory alignment, expanded market access, and improvement in trade logistics. All of this is happening as Ukraine builds a foundation of a modern, innovative economy with strong international support and growing pipeline of investment-ready projects. Despite the macroeconomic situation is something that is critically important for any investor to make or think of a decision. Despite the ongoing challenges caused by Russia's full-scale war, Ukraine's economy has shown remarkable resilience. Our international reserves remain strong, reaching nearly 50 billion. After the dramatic contraction in 2022, our GDP rebounded with 5.5% growth in 2023, and we expect stable positive growth in the coming years. Inflation has decreased to a single-digit level, and the key policy rate of 15.5% reflects a stabilizing financial system committed to long-term predictability. These numbers tell an important story. Ukraine is not just surviving, Ukraine is adapting, stabilizing, and preparing for rapid transformative growth. Let me now share how we plan to multiply the impact of foreign investors to accelerate this trajectory. Together with the World Bank Group and other international partners, the Minister of Economy and the government of Ukraine is working on investment strategy, which is actually a strategic guideline for both investors, governments, international donors, and institutions. Ukraine's investment strategy focuses on maximizing the value and effect of every investment coming into the country. We have identified key sectors that are essential to both reconstruction, long-term competitiveness, and transformative recovery. These include construction materials, heavy machinery, transportation infrastructure, renewable energy, electronic components, critical raw minerals, IT and digital services, defense and dual-use technologies, and of course agri-food processing, which is one of the sectors with the highest return on investment indicators and expectations. Those sectors are fully compliant with the Ukraine Plan, which is an economic Bible and economic development policy of Ukraine in the next years until 2027 and further. These sectors will form the backbone of Ukraine's integration into European and global value chains. At the same time, we are targeting leading investor markets, and we have key partners focused in our strategy as well, including the United States, Canada, Germany, the United Kingdom, Japan, France, Italy, Gulf countries, and other countries, engaging with multinational corporations, private equity firms, sovereign wealth funds, pension funds, and development financial institutions. So major types of investors are seen as our strategic investors to key sectors of the economy. A few words about Canada based on the official statistics of the current state of things. Canada has always been a reliable ally of Ukraine, and we're thankful for all the support in multiple dimensions in macroeconomic, humanitarian aid, and the business coming from Canada to Ukraine. In 2024 alone, Canadian investment amounted to nearly 12 million, contributing to a cumulative total of 40.6 million over recent years based on NBU statistics. Much of this is directed towards manufacturing, R&D, and high-value sectors, showing strong confidence in Ukraine's innovation potential. Over the next decade, Ukraine will unlock more than 300 billion of investment opportunities across multiple sectors. The largest these include energy. According to some estimations, particularly made by Kyiv School of Economics, the potential investment counts over 167 billion. Transport and logistics, 56 billion. It's roads, railways, ports, airports, tunnels, and modernization of freight systems. Agriculture and food processing amounting 5.4 billion, but remember that it has a high return on investment indicator. Green steel, over 20 billion, and positioning Ukraine as a future leader in Europe's low carbon metallurgy, and we have a couple of feasible investment opportunities in Ukraine, and also some crucial projects which are coming to produce necessary materials for green steel industry. This is one of the world's largest investment landscape today, and international companies are always moving in. Let us take a look at some of the corporations that have entered the Ukrainian market since 2022. In the defense sector alone, we see investments from BAE Systems, Rheinmetall, Saab, Northrop Grumman, Baykar. In construction materials, major global players such as Kingspan, CRH, and Knauf are building new production facilities. Other sectors have attracted investment from Bunge, J Holding, Nexol, it's a privatization case, and there's a need covering food production, chemicals, and manufacturing. These examples show that the world's most advanced companies view Ukraine not only as a high-risk environment, but as a strategic long-term market with strong growth potential and very beneficial economy of doing business. Several prominent Canadian companies have established significant projects in Ukraine. So it's Black Iron, who are on the way to a very strategic and important project for the heavy industries and mining. Chemical long-term agreement to supply nuclear fuel to meet Ukraine's needs through 2035. Fairfax Financial investments in leading Ukrainian agribusiness. Rochelle joint armored vehicle production in cooperation with Ukrainian partners. Icon Group collaboration on hydropower infrastructure, including the Kaniv PSPP and Kakhovka HPP. This project demonstrates not just financial commitment, but strategic confidence in Ukrainians' future. Some words about Ukraine Invest. Ukraine Invest is the operational hand of the government of Ukraine to facilitate investor experience from 360-degree angle. So we provide deliver the proper proposition. It's a high-quality portfolio of vetted investment opportunities. We provide tailored navigation and problem solving. We provide targeted outreach to foreign partners, as well as matchmaking of potential investor and their partner in Ukraine. Regional support through trusted local partners, ensuring the stability of regulation and investment environment by means of facilitating and helping to facilitate all procedures. In close support with our local authorities who are doing their best to improve their business environment in Ukraine, experience in PPP and privatization, up-to-date sector analysis, and strategical global investor outreach. We are also consulting on the set of state incentives which are applicable in Ukraine, as well as on existing financial programs and insurance instruments. So our key sectors for the investment, which are already a little bit highlighted, but here you can see also the benefits and strategic alignment of why it's really beneficial to enter this sector in Ukraine. Today, Ukraine offers a robust pipeline of more than 318 investment projects which were submitted by Ukrainian companies over multiple sectors. They have the total value of more than 58 billion and have 19 energy projects, 48 manufacturing projects, 40 agro-industrial projects, also projects in ICT and healthcare. So the whole universe of potentially matching sectors for Canada. In our pipeline, which is a national pipeline, there is also the room for public element, because private sector is something really essentially needed to ensure the public reconstruction. So we have 26 PPP projects already in development with a total potential, including with feasibility studies and also as an idea, worth more than $3 billion. And in portfolio of Ukraine, there are 450 assets which are available for strategic sale, called privatization, large privatization, small privatization, and partial privatization. Privatization gives a boost to the entities to be modernized and to be driven commercially, bringing revenues and GDP growth to Ukraine. And Ukraine is very open for potential strategic partners to privatize and enter those entities. One of the strongest tools now I will speak about the investment incentives and instruments which the state of Ukraine offers and also our partner offers. So one, and let's say leading for today, is a law on significant investments, which enables to provide up to 30% of compensation of capex in case the total component of capex in investment project exceeds 12 million euro. So this includes exception from corporate income tax for 5 years, or exemption from VAT and import duties to the new equipment, infrastructure construction at the state's expense, land provided without auctions, reduced land tax, compensation for engineering and utility connection. Depending on the project size, and an example, the investors can have compensated for a 12 million project, it's 3.6 million compensation, 30 million projects, already 9 million compensation, and 100 million, we speak about 30 million to be compensated. Ukraine has now more than 100 registered industrial parks, offering over 2,500 hectares of zoned industrial land. And here are the benefits: full exemption from custom duties and VAT on imported equipment, 10 years CAT exemption on reinvested profits, ready-made utility access and logistics connectivity, simplified procedures for entering state-recognized parks, a dedicated legal framework ensuring predictability. These parks are ideal for middle and larger size projects for manufacturing, technology, logistics, and export-oriented industries. The location are perfectly matching those sectors' needs and business needs. Energy is central to Ukraine's reconstruction agenda, and the government has introduced a set of incentives for both renewable and traditional energy investment. That includes direct electricity sales under bilateral contracts, simplified grid connection and licensing procedures, green auctions, concessional loans, VAT and custom exemptions, support for energy projects inside industrial parks, a dedicated green tariff framework for certain categories. For future integration into EU electricity market, which we have a big progress on, Ukraine is positioned to be a major regional energy hub, and we have plenty of projects in our pipeline in that area. Also, in terms of Ukraine investment framework, we are developing together with the European Commission and IFIs and partner countries the de-risking mechanism which ensures the offtake, which is a crucially important part and element for renewable energy market development. Programs for agri-sector includes grants for processing enterprise, greenhouse grants, Ukrainian agriculture support program, 25% compensation program for the Ukrainian agricultural machinery, grants for horticulture, berries and viticulture. If speaking about investment in Ukraine, one should ask how we can deal with war risks, with property being damaged or something happening with investments, financial risk. And here we can show the diverse picture and diverse universe of insurance tools available in Ukraine. And we have the wide set of private actors and private programs, players enriching the insurance ecosystem with their products. One should mention EBRD, focused on logistics, operations insurance, Lloyd's, covering up to 50 million insuring commercial property and assets, the MIGA and DFC insuring up to 1 billion coverage for the commercial property insurance as well as financial risk and investment risk, and the Ukrainian Export Credit Agency, which is very greatly evolved in their insurance proposition. They also insure incentive investment and foreign direct investment and financial risks. Worth to admit that Ukrainian government has recently introduced the initiative of compensating up to 1% of insurance premium for the companies operating in Ukraine. And we call for governments of partner countries to support their business in the same manner of enabling some compensation of the insurance premiums to come to Ukraine. European and international financial institutions have allocated over 5 billion in guarantees and grants under the Ukraine investment framework. And you can see there actually the spread of programs and limits per each EFI. Ukrainian government is working actively on facilitating some viable instruments to accelerate the investment and mobilize the investment. And here we could name the US-Ukraine Reconstruction Fund, which unlocked the opportunity to fund transformative, high-scale mining and infrastructure to mining projects. And this fund is a vehicle which also stimulates co-financing opportunities from partner countries, and the DFC is now gathering the pipeline of projects. At the same time, there is a plan of introducing not less than 3 key projects in the next year. Also, European Flagship Fund is the initiative European Union to fund the key sectors of the economy together with IFIs and DFIs. And viability gap funding, we have this special vehicle developed for financing private-public partner projects, and all countries, partner countries and institutions are welcome to contribute to that fund. And plenty of private equity funds announced, and we keep going on that. Here you can see the investor journey. And the process is, we try to make it quite simple, but some work is behind each step, which is done by Ukraine Invest. So MOU preparation with Ukraine Invest, full support in obtaining incentives, assistance with project verification, advice on funding, insurance and state support, matching with reliable partners, troubleshooting during every stage of implementation. Here you can see the roadmap for privatization. We are trying to make this process as transparent as possible, having considered all lessons learned from our previous experience. The legal procedure and advantages for foreign investors would include foreign investors can submit documents without the Ukrainian tax code. Payments can be made in foreign currency. And also one important point is ability to resolve disputes regarding privatization in international commercial arbitration court. This is a public-private partnership framework. I will not stop much on that, but you can see that the Ukrainian government sees public-private partnership as a key driver to public reconstruction because it enables to engage private sector. This is our focus of projects landscape, so in terms of public, privatization and concession and private. I invite all of you to scan the access to investment portal where you can see the solicited project opportunities submitted by Ukrainian companies and verified by Ministry of Economy and Kyiv School of Economics, and which are very viable and ready for investment. Thank you. And look forward to meeting you all at 3:10 at our workshop, where we will show concrete investment opportunities and projects. Thank you.
Thank you.